La da da dee da 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 da. Oop, my bad. All right. My bad. We're doing it live. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now, today is May the 20th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we will start off here in Washington, D.C., and we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor of the video is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
What can I help you find?
And starting at the top, we have the Force Multiplier. This is the Hanayu backpack with perfect combined arms. Oops. And this one with repair skills and hazard protection. Going to the weapons, we have a Banshee with max SMG damage, swap speed, and Thunder Strike. Followed by a TKB 408 with damage targets at a cover and reformation. And finally, a Police Magnum with Ranger and Rate of Fire. Looking at the gear items, we have a Alps backpack with skill damage, headshot, and unstoppable force. And finally, an Electrique chest piece with skill haste, headshot, and kinetic momentum. The kinetic momentum and the skill haste is nice. You do get status effects from the brand set bonus. I mean, you could change the headshot to skill damage and be good to go. Looking at the mods, we have Headshot 7.0, Drone Scan Range 8.2, Turret plus 1 extra mortar, and Sticky Bomb, duration of 6.3. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor, not really. Not really. All right, let's jump over to the Countdown and Clan vendors. Remember, if you have Warlords of New York, you can check them out over there. But here we go. Countdown vendor. And starting with the Grudge. This is the named Banshee with Perfect Vindictive. Now this one with max headshot, but you could easily just change it to damage to targets at a cover, and you're good to go. Following that, we have the Point Man. This is the named Heligard chest piece with Perfect Vanguard, and this one with status and skill haste. Both of those are not good for that chest piece. And finally, we have a Carnage. This is actually a good one. Yeah, pick this one up. The Carnage is the named Negev with Perfect Sadist as a talent, and this one has exactly what you want. You have damage to targets at a cover and damage to armor. Good to go. Now, must-buys from the countdown, I would say the Carnage, and that's it. Okay. Now let's jump over to the Clan vendor. Big shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms, so if you are interested in joining the DoD, just get on my Discord server. I have different tabs for all the different platforms, whether you're on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. You can easily just put your name over there on the roster, and I will send you a message whenever we have spots open. Remember, it's first come, first serve, and you have to be a part of my Discord. All right. Speaking of clans, here is your clan vendor. Starting with the Combustor. This is the named Palisade Steelworks chest piece with perfectly explosive delivery, and this one with skill damage and crit chance. Looking at the gear set items, we have a Rigger Mask with repair skills, Future Initiative knee pads with crit chance, and Refactor Mask with armor regeneration. Looking at the high-end items, we have a Big Show. This is the named LMG with perfect Thunder Strike. And this one with max armor damage. I mean, that is a good one to pick up if you like that weapon. Following that, we have a Police UMP with magazine size and ignited. Moving down to the high-end gear items, we have a Empress chest piece with max skill haste and kinetic momentum again? With headshot? Isn't that exactly like the Electrique earlier? Well, this one's way better than the Electrique because this one, the 2-piece gives you skill damage and the 3-piece gives you skill efficiency. So I would actually go for the Empress over the Electrique just for those reasons. I would change the headshot to skill damage and you're good to go. Following that, we have an Overlord holster with crit damage and explosive resistance. Legatus holster with hazard and crit chance. Grupo mask with headshot and status. And finally, a Fenris chest piece with armor regeneration, crit chance, and reassigned. This one's not bad. You could go crit regen, just change the reassigned over to like say unbreakable or intimidate or spada or something like that. You could easily have fun with this chess piece. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Going to the mods, we have repair skills 17.2, crit hit damage 10.6, shield holstered regeneration 4.5, and seeker mine damage 4.3. I was about to say sticky bomb. Sticky bomb. It's a seeker mine, brah. All right, anyways, must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. The Big Show's a good one. The Empress isn't bad. And the Fenris. So 3 items from the clan vendor. All right. So we are done with the base of ops. Now let's travel west. We'll double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Remember, we do daily division content, so ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single division upload. And let me know where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone's from. Shout out where you're from. Very cool. Anyways, here we go. Campus. Boom. And another Carnage. This one with accuracy. I would not go for this one. Go for the Carnage at the countdown vendor. Following that, we have a Paratrooper SVD with crit damage and in sync. A Military M60 with rate of fire and reformation. For the gear items, we have a Empress Mask with crit chance headshot and Douglas and Harding holster with health and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 15.8, chem launcher +1 ammo, hive health 7.8, pulse cone size 6.5, and trap duration of 5.7. Now must buy things to look for from the campus. Not really. All right. And moving on to our Dark Zone vendors. We have 3 Dark Zone vendors, and the first one is going to be Dark Zone West. West! Let's go. Now, just a reminder for your Dark Zone vendors, you need Dark Zone resources. So toggle over to your resources tab, and just above your keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. For example, I'm sitting at 156 out of 999, so if I need more Dark Zone resources, I either need to go into the DZ and open up the little blue boxes, or I have to pick up contaminated items, deconstruct them into DZ resources, and then extract them to add them to my inventory. But that's how you get Dark Zone resources, and that's the only currency that these vendors will take. And speaking of which, here we go. DZ West.
Welcome, Agent.
Yo, the Emperor's Guard knee pads. Woo! Man, that's rare, but it comes with skill haste, so I'm not even going to entertain it. These are really good knee pads. Just so you know, I have a pair of armor regeneration knee pads on right now from Emperor's Guard, but you can see where mine is double regen with the armor for the core, and that one is a skill tier with a skill haste. It's not good. Following that, we have a KSG with accuracy and optimist, and a SOCOM M1A with magazine size and fast hands. Looking at the gear items, we have a striker pair of gloves with weapon handling, Heartbreaker knee pads with armor regeneration, Walker and Harris gloves with skill damage, repair skills, and finally Alps knee pads with repair skills and hazard. Looking at the mods, we have Disorient Resistance 8.2, Seeker Mine damage 4.1, Shield damage bonus 4%, Firefly +1 max target, and Decoy duration of 6.0. Now, must buy things to look for from DZ West. Just to be honest, no. None of those are worth spending your DZ resources on. So let's take our talents down south to the deep south, DZ South. Let's go. And if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Come on, support the channel. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Here we go, DZ South. Big money, no whammies.
Nice to see you.
Ooh, the TDI card custom with InSync? What? That's a good pickup. Yo, pick this one up right now. The TDI card custom DZ South. It comes with that +1 skill tier and InSync. Good to go. Following that, we have a MP5 with headshot and close and personal, a police M4 with damage targets at a cover and spike, and finally a first wave PF45 with damage targets at a cover and vindictive. Looking at the gear items, we have a Hunter's Fury backpack with health, Eclipse Protocol chest piece with crit chance, Fenris backpack with weapon handling, crit damage, and clutch, and finally a Wyvern chest piece with hazard, explosive resistance, and braced. Looking at the gear, or the mods, my bad. Headshot 7.3, drone duration 6.4, turret health 7.9, and sticky bomb burn duration of 4%. Must buys from DZ South, the TDI card custom. Pick it up right meow. Okay. Now, before we get to DZ East, I do need to make a pit stop over here to the castle settlement. So for the castle settlement, you go to the descent entrance, run up the stairs, pet the dog, and then go to the vendor. So you run up the stairs. Where's the doggy? Here's the doggy. What up, Ransom? All right, make sure you pet the doggy. Oh, good doggy. And then we'll jump over to the castle vendor. Get a nice little dopamine spike. Oh, there we go. All right, castle vendor. Let's see if we get anything good. Big money, no whammies. And starting with the cricket. This is the named LMG with perfect precision strike, and this one with health damage. Following that, we have a paratrooper SVD with magazine size and ignited, and a MG5 with headshot and pressure point. Looking at the gear items, we have a Walker mask with crit chance and hazard, and Douglas and Harding holster with headshot and crit chance. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.6, chem launcher damage 4.2, hive healing 4.5, pulse health 14.5, and trap duration of 5.9. Now, must buys, things to look for from the castle. To be honest, you could change the weapon damage core right here to an armor core and go hazard crit. That could be pretty dirty. I like that a lot. But that's it. Okay. So now let's finish up the Dark Zone vendors with Dark Zone East. Now for Dark Zone East, it's the only one that I do not go to the main entrance. I go to the Alpha checkpoint. That way I don't have to run all the way through that courtyard. I can just hit this double loading screen and be good to go. So again, go to the Alpha checkpoint, exit the checkpoint, and here's the vendor. Booyah. If you go to the main entrance, you'll spawn way over there, just so you know. All right, here we go. DZ East. And starting with the Night Watcher, this is the named Heligard mask with scanner pulse haste as an attribute. It also comes with explosive resistance. Looking at the weapons, we have a SOCOM Mark 20 with armor damage and close and personal, a tactical M249 with health damage and precision strike. Looking at the gear items, we have a Umbra mask with skill damage, Cavalier holster with skill haste, Brazos mask with armor regeneration and hazard, and finally a Heligard holster with headshot and crit damage. Going to the mods, we have skill duration 8.2, chem launcher burn strength 6.3, hive healing 4.5, pulse health 14.7, and finally trap duration of 4.2. Must buys, things to look for from DZ East. No. Nothing. Niet. Nada. Not a damn thing. Negative, Ghost Rider. I don't know. I don't know many other ways of saying it, but yeah. Not too much to pick up today. All right, here we go. Our last stop of Washington D.C. is the theater. Here we go.
Always a pleasure.
Yo, pick these up right now. A must buys. Fox's Prayer knee pads. These are best in slot knee pads for both damage and armor builds, and damage armor builds. I mean, all three of those, because of the damage to targets at a cover attribute. So what this does is it gives you more damage to all of those enemies that are out of cover. Pretty nice. Now this one does come with armor regeneration. I would change that. Keep the weapon damage, and then I would just go weapon damage, damage to targets at a cover, and then either crit chance, crit damage, headshot, what have you. If you want to keep these with armor regeneration, just change the weapon damage core to an armor core, and then just optimize that armor regeneration. Following that, we have a tactical SASG with accuracy and strained, a lightweight M4 with rate of fire and pressure point, Legatus gloves with explosive resistance and skill damage, and finally Lingmo knee pads with health and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have burn resistance 8.2, Seeker Mind skill haste 5.0, shield active regeneration 4.1, Firefly +1 max target, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buy things to look for from the theater. The Fox's Prayer all day. All day. all goddamn day, all day. Those are best in slot for damage builds, armor builds, and hybrid. All right. So that is it for Washington, D.C. Let's finish up the video in New York City. To go to these vendors, you will have to have the Warlords of New York expansion, just so you know. But here we go. Marco at the top.
Safe area detected.
Hey there.
And starting with the M1928, this one with close and personal and crit hit damage. Then we have a military M60 with swap speed and unhinged, a Marine Super 90 with crit chance and in sync, and finally a 93R with accuracy and reformation. Looking at the gear items, we have a 511 backpack with health, repair skills, and concussion, Badger tough gloves with crit damage and hazard, not bad, and Alp Summit holster with status and headshot. Going to the mods, we have crit damage 10.1, crit chance 4.3, Seeker Mine +1 cluster, pulse cone size 6.3, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.2. Now, must buys things to look for from Marco. The Badger tough gloves aren't bad. You could go double crit, you could go hazard armor regeneration, you could go crit armor regeneration, or just keep it here with crit and hazard. But either way, they are a good pair of gloves. Put them with your shoddy build. All right. Now that will leave us, my dear agents, with the last vendor of the video, Roy Bonita. But wait. Make sure you pet the dog, all right? Pet the dog. Pet this dog twice. The first interaction, it's pretty default. You're just petting the dog. But that second interaction, that second one is random. He could try to shake hands. He could roll over. He could bark at you. Let's see what he does. All right, here we go. Oh, he rolled over. Oh, he rolled over. Let's go. All right, here we go. Roy Benitez.
How can I help?
Starting with the MP5, this one with swap speed and sledgehammer. Then we have a surplus SVD with optimal range and strained. A double barrel shotgun with crit damage and sledgehammer. And finally, an X45 with swap speed and strained. Going to the gear items, we have a Alps chest piece with skill damage, armor regeneration, and Vanguard, my bad. Araldi gloves with headshot and weapon handling. Those are pretty good gloves. And Heligard holster with armor regeneration and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have headshot 7.0, crit chance 4.6, seeker mine damage 4.3, hive duration 4.1, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must-buys from Roy Benitez. The Araldi gloves, change the weapon handling to crit chance. Go crit chance headshot. That's really good. And for the Heligard holster, keep the armor regen and switch the explosive resistance to crit. You could go armor regeneration crit, armor regeneration headshot, what have you. But get rid of the explosive resistance.
Thanks.
So that's it. That is your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for today, May the 20th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that's it for me. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.